Alright, continuing with the EDEXPRESS 2017-2018 release 1.0 DEX reference. Alright, creating packaging records, packaging entry. You can use three types to enter the established packaging record. Manually enter the data of the printed document using the SAR institution information record or paper, the FASFA. Import the institution student information record of the application process for the EDEXPRESS app express. Import record of the school system using the import external add option. Important note: if you intend to import records for the school system, you must follow the record layouts found with the packaging techniques reference. Available to download Adobe PDF format with the U.S. Department of Education Federal Student Aid. Download with the website located with the FASFA. Download ED.gov. Manual entry. If the student does not already have the demographic record in the database, follow the steps below and enter the student record manually. To enter the student record manually, file and new the menu bar to enter the student's social security number, the student demographic information. Demo tab. At minimum, you must enter the first and last name, packaging purpose on either student dependency status. Click Save and click the Awards tab. Complete the student packaging record with press the F1 for completing each field. Takes the save package record for the selecting the file. Save with the menu bar to return the EDEXPRESS main screw. And file close with the menu bar. With the important notice: make sure the correct dependency status appears for the demo tab of the packaging module. The award fundament based on the import of the view value in this field. Important institution student information record. You quickly establish the student financial record. Importing the student's institution student information record data from the EDEXPRESS. The institution student information record. Import the process. Import any activity transaction. EDEXPRESS help for the more information. To import the institution student information record, select the file, import menu bar with choosing packaging data, institution student information record data. Enter the following values, report to choose the printer file screen to print the send of the file, review the packaging, import the institution student information record data, the report shall result with the institution student information report import process. Add budgets. Choose the option of assigning the budgets automatically to the student upon import. Printing a list of imported packaging records. Choose the option to print the list of records adding during the institution student information record process. Academic profile year profile. Choose the option of assigning the academic year profile to each of the record during the institution student information record import process. Click the ellipse button to display the selective list code. Select criteria for the selection criteria and arrow for the selection of students during the institution student information record import process. 3. Click OK. Important note: to avoid the student record in error, the packaging module does not import the rejected institution information record of the EDEXPRESS module. You must have at least one academic year profile coded to define and import the institution student information record. You must also want to set up the budget codes and important large number of the institution information records of packaging. You may want to consider assigning your budgets at a late time in order to speed up the important process. Value of the institution information record of the interested work studies are important as follows. If the interested in work study, the institution student information record in response is 1 in the interested in employment checkbox, award tab is selected. If interested in work study, institution student information response 1 or is 2 or 3 the blank interested in the employment checkbox, the award tab remains cleared. The interested student field is not updated. Importing the institution student information record packaging, you can update the checkbox manually. Award the tab using the package multiple entry. Importing package external, adding external change file. Alright, importing external records. The import of records of the school into external system of the EDEXPRESS establishes the student financial aid. Import the external add and the changing of the function. You must first create with the input and according with the specification provided with the packaging technical reference available the Adobe PDF, the U.S. Department of Education Federal Student Aid download website FASFA.download.ed.gov. The more one record for the social security number exempt for the external add for the file. One file of the record is important for the duplicate the records or skip the external add import with the records added with the report list of any of the records that are not imported. To import the external records from your school system file, import with the menu bar with the choosing packaging. Click down here to the next import type of the packaging data external add with the data personal data external packaging data add funding loan data. Add, parameter add. The option enables you to add packaging record for the packaging data. Change the option enables you to modify specified fields on the existing packaging record for the packaging database. Add funds amount. The option enables you to update funds and awards on the student record, importing from the external file. Report to. The option enables you to view print with the output document for the file retained with your school printing list and import the packaging device record. This option enables you to print listing of the records added with the adding during the importing external process. Printing successful imported funds fund. The option enables you to print successfully imported funds. To select the checkbox, print the funds imported, run. Report upon completion of the imported process. Click OK. Or the packaging and unpackaging, repackaging process. The basic process of the packaging, unpackaging, and repackaging process are available in 2 different modes. Single student uses the method to package, unpackage, repackage the student records with the student record open. To package and unpackage, repackage individual student record, click OK, menu of the menu bar, and the menu bar, click open on the menu bar, enter the student's social security number, click OK in the student's award tab. Select the process of the menu bar with the disclosure to choose packaging, unpackaging, and repackaging. Multiple students use the method of packaging, unpackaging, repackaging groups of students' record selecting processes. Package of the menu bar, choose the selecting criteria. Click check. You can also select sort by the option to select sort the records. You can select the package when the processing complete with the EDEXPRESS. If you would like to print the list of packages of students. This includes the student name and the social security number. Package, unpackage, repackage the group of student number. Students the records are with the records closed, select process of the menu bar, then choose the packaging, unpackaging, repackaging selection criteria to specify a group of students to package. Use the sort by button option to prioritize students in your selected group. Click help for the more information. Click OK. You can also package unpackaging records of repackage the student selected from the outset of the student record following the step above the using selection criteria to select an individual student. Packaging. The packaging process creates a student financial aid package for the student with a group of students in packaging database. Alright, note that the current packaging status field in the upper right corner of the screen, hand package, manual package, adjusted package, N for not ready for the package, P for package, R for ready to package, and U for unpackage. The unpackage process reverses the package process. It performs these actions, returns all the monies and the funds which are originated with the fund maintenance, except for the funds awarded by the outside resource aid type O. The funds which are often awarded by hand remain awarded with the student and are not returned to the fund maintenance. Check the packaging status CU. Alright, important notes. Unpackaging process return award for the funds of the extra accounts established with the fund maintenance. Note award funds do not remove the if unpackaged and retained on the student record. Do not use selection criteria if you want to unpackage all of your package records. After your protection, unpacking a student, the status flag is changed with the P for package, H for hand package, M for manually adjusted package, U for unpacked. Repackage. The repackage process recomputes the entire financial aid package to individual students, group students based on the change of the demographic information, financial data, award methodology, and funded values. Important note: the repackaged records of the packaging status must be P for package, H for hand package, and M for manually adjusted package. Alright, printing reports. Printing award letters. The EDEXPRESS, you can print 2 types of award letters. Financial aid award office. The student returns the letter to the financial aid office, and if he wants to accept part of all of the award. Financial award notification. Student do not need to return this letter to financial office except the total award. The letter shall give the student an option to decline the part of all the award, marking all the declined fund and return of the award fund. The award letters can be printed in single student or group letters. Since the student's social security number is excluded for the email letters and security reasons, exclude security social security number checkbox automatically selected unable to clear unless you select a different option. Choose this email with letter designation for the print dialog box. In the global system setup, you can choose your user student email with the email address to report the email directly to students use, such as document tracing letters and the award letters. Email address 1 the default value. You can change the setting of the print, the dialog box for specific print job at any time. The default setting remains the same until the changing the global system setup. Alright, to print award letters, select the file print menu bar, choosing the package, click down on the arrow next to the report and letters awards. To click a single print letter, the single student, multiple to print the letter of the group of the students, print the file screen email with the output destinations. If you print the screen letter count is not effective. If you want to send the report to the file, click the file button, type the name of the file, and click open. Enter the following values, enter the social security number, single option view of the field, the social security number of the student who will be receiving the letter address, field specific address. You want to use the information taken the demo tab of the global system. You can choose the student's permanent local address with all permanent items, include the student address such as mailing address of the student permanent addressing the default. You can change the setting of the printing dialog box for a specific print job at any of the time. The default setting will remain same until the change of the global system setup. Sort order, multiple option field specifies the order in which the letter will print with sort orders option with the last name, social security number, zip code. Acceptance date, the date of office offer letter, the date of which you want the student to respond to the award package. The date is printed with the award letter. The acceptance date is now available. The notification letter, the option is determined with on the screen, but it's required for the offers letter. Excluded heading from the letter, the option only with the heading of the financial award notification. 5x, 4x. Award year for the award letter. Exclude records award letter received. Multiple option only. The checkbox prevents the printing of award letters already marked and received. Exclude needs of analysis. The option omits the need for analysis detail for the award letter. A printing user-defined text. The option prints for the text user set up in the user-defined user lets text up set up. Print missing document. The option prints the list of the recommended document missing and incomplete with the student file. Exclude signature option. The omits the signature block to the award letter. Exclude the social security number. Option excludes the social security number for the award letter. If you do not select the checkbox, EDEXPRESS make the first 5 digits for the social security number with the X. Displays the only last 4 digits, such as 9999. Alright, print school name and address. The option of the as automatic with the EDEXPRESS clear with the checkbox indicating whether they do not want the school name, the address, the print of the award letter, printing financial aid shopping sheet. The options that enable the printer students financial aid shopping along with the award letter. You must also have the graded with the record of the student financial aid shopping sheet dialog box with the tool financial aid shopping sheet for the document printing. You can also use the option report files destination of the screen, and you can ensure the file that the award amounts listed in the award letter for the financial aid shopping must be matched, provided both of your students have required the inquiries the discrepancy. For more information, financial aid shopping sheet, see the appendix and the desk reference. Check the section criteria button, multiple option only if you want to narrow the button, narrow the records if you want to work with, and click OK. Alright, print FISBA reports and packaging. The EDEXPRESS packaging and module enables you to print detailed reports in an information packaging database. It's going to help prevent the different sections of the FISBA or the official operation report with the application participation for funds. The report distinguishes between the dependent and independent sources, independent students pursuing the undergraduate baccalaureate degree who already have the prior degree, those who do not have the prior degree. The official operation report application participation funds eligible dependents for the student are eligible in independent students report in the EDEXPRESS use income range for the corresponding of the Part 2 Section 5 of the Part 2 Section F of the FISBA. The FISBA dependent student summary of the FISBA independent summary of the reports using income ranges for the corresponding income grid section of the program's summary Part 6 portion of the FISBA. To print the EDEXPRESS for the packaging FISBA reports, click the file and print with the menu bar. Choose the packaging, click down in the arrow next to the report. Select the FISBA eligibility dependent student FISBA eligibility independent students FISBA dependent student summary or FISBA independent summary. No, only schools usually package model. The package unit records will be able to generate the report sorted by the program type Perkins FECOG for the work study for the program summary, the Part 6 of the portion of FISBA. Click the printer file screen with the output destination if you want to send the report, and click the file button, type the name of the file, and click open. Select the printer details checkbox, the student listing of the records included with the report, click OK. Important notes. If you are packaging a student but does not attend to the school, unpackaging and delete with the student packaging record so that the student is not included with the FISBA report data that you print into the EDEXPRESS. If you do not use packaging, you need to set up the basic academic year profile budgeting and then import the institution student information records into the packaging module before you can use the FISBA reports in the packaging module. Refer to the EDEXPRESS help topic, set up the packaging print of the FISBA reports for additional guidance. Keep in mind that when you request the funds for the 2017-2018 year, you will report the student information for the 2015-2016 award year. Make sure you print with the FISBA information with the correct vision of the EDEXPRESS. Further information completing with the FISBA and the FISBA form of the instruction on the IFPA website. Or your print list. Using option, you can print the variety of lists of other items. Things include list of fund maintenance, list of student fund code, list of packaged students, list of unpackaged students, list of entering package records, list of packaging setup, list of funding funds forecast, other items, packaging record, measure tool funds, record layout, use defined formats, student summaries. Alright, to print list, select the file, print with the menu bar with the choose the packaging, click down to the arrow, the next report, select the item within you print, click the printer file with the screen with the output designation. If you want to send the report to the file, click the file button, type the name of the file, click open. If you want to print the file with no hard copy that's printed onto your printer, onto your print on your printer to print the hard copy to repeat the print process. Select the printer and output destination depending on the item you selected. Select the remaining options available to use on the screen. Click the selection process. Select the specific records and query to select the group of the records. Click OK. Then choose the screen opposition destination of the scroll bars to view the list. Click close on it when you have finished. Exporting packaging data. EDEXPRESS enables you to export packaging data to external systems, closing any of the records option to select the file for export menu bar with the packaging, confirming the packaging data that appears with the export type of the field, the default path file type, and the error appear to the export file. If you want to export using the different file name, click the file button and type the name of the file and click save. Select the export status and note when you create a packaging record to display only the external import flag on the award type of the Y indicated with the record exported with the external file export folder. Selecting Y exports the status exports the packaging records that you have the Y exporting flag of the packaging record is not complete. Once you have previously exported the packaging records export flag is now N. Select N for the export status for the export packaging record. The N and external exporting flag. Select both export packaging records at Y or N external export flags. If you make changes to the student packaging record, then that has an N and external export flags. The export flag will change back to Y. Select the eliminator type. Select the format category of the format field. And click the ellipse button to select the list of format codes. Options select the criteria for the narrow group of the records you want to export when you finish OK. 9. Click the OK to export data with the EDEXPRESS. Export the file. The file shown with the export to the field with the progress dialog box appears. Click OK to the progress dialog box when exporting is finished. Important note: the export feature of the packaging must establish the file format to the selected type. Topic of the file format is packaging. EDEXPRESS help for more information. Default export or message and PKEX18IN. Alright, queries. Rules for queries. A query is set up with the criteria to describe the particular student population. Queries are used and function with like printing, export, selecting specific groups of student records for all the records in the database. Some queries are fixed values, from others are different values for each of the time as query. Queries are specific individual modules. Some of the create with the queries and modules in which they are intended to be used. For example, if you need to query the print list of the institution student information records, you must create a query for the EDEXPRESS module. When creating your own queries, consider the these basic rules. Queries are processed with left to right, beginning with the end to the end. However, it is applied with the first and even if it appears without the or query statement. Parentheses change with the order of the precedence, expanding with enclosed parentheses before process, before and or in case of the nested expressions, and innermost parentheses process. First, so you see the topics using parentheses and help for more information. Both segments and queries are connected with the add and must be true with the record selected. Only one segment connected with the and or by or must be true with the record be selected. Or a selectable field and field comparison checkbox to build the query for the compared with the numerical field with one record. For example, the student with the institution student information record transaction field require the app can express compared to the numerical field with the 0-1 transaction. Only the other numerical fields 0-1, not with numerical field. Not with the numerical field 0-2. The option is not available with the selected prompt execution current date with the seal. See the field queries in the desktop reference examples. Select the help topic of the menu bar. Choose the contents query dialog box, query dialog box information, query dialog box, query grid dialog box, parameter query entry dialog box, and view query log dialog box. Alright, creating a query. The information about creating complex queries, the necessary expression to see the topic, the rule for queries, and helps to create a query. Select the tools and query for the menu bar. Click the tab of the module for which you want to create a query. Click add, type the descriptive title of the query, then type the title consisting of the type keyboard characters, except for the pipe symbol and apostrophe. Select the field from the field list, then type the first letter for the field name that begins with those letters. 6. Click down the operator field to select the operator. 7. Type the field. Click the value of the help between the valid value of the field. If you want to prompt the value at the time of the query, do not specify the value of the query statement and select the prompt execution checkbox. Now that the prompt execution queries cannot be used with the packaging setup, click on the appended button to add the query statement with the criteria field. Click the add button or button to add another statement for the query. Repeat the 5 through 9. You have added all these statements for the query that continue with step 11. Click 11, save the query, click OK to the query dialog box, click Add to create another query. Alright, creating a query with a predefined query. The EDEXPRESS comes with a self-predefined queries commonly use the EDEXPRESS module whenever the selection criteria of the open option is available. The EDEXPRESS can use the query to identify the group of the records. So using a query to reference more information, you can also predefine queries. The templates created using your own queries. When you open a query the first time, you will see the predefined queries stored in the first record of the query database. You will know the query is predefined query title, the predefined query. Use the query function to create the query for the most useful school of the way of the process data. To create a query, the predefined query, select the tools query for the menu bar at the tab of the module for which you want to create the query. Click the retrieve button, the arrow button for the database button to locate the predefined query. You want to use the template. Click OK. Type the new title for the query. You can modify this save of the predefined query only if you rename it. To delete the line, select the line or click remove. To add a new line, click the select line criteria field above where you want to add the new line. Specify the field operator or the value for the new line. Click with approval and click append and use the other open other buttons located to the right of the criteria for the fine-tune the query statement. If necessary, click Save to the query and click OK. Click the OK the query dialog box. Click Add to create another query. Important note. Parameter prompt execution queries cannot be used in the package setting, for example, the fund maintenance and award methodology. Alright, modifying a query. To modify the query, select the tools query for the query menu. Click the tab of the menu module query you want to modify. Click the retrieve button. Use the arrow button to the database button box located with the query to modify the query. Here, click any of the criteria lines to select the change of the field operator value. Click the change button. Select all the detailed lines and add new lines of query. To delete it, select the line and click remove the add new line. Select the line for the criteria field above where you want to insert the new line. Specify with the field operator value with the new line. Click append to use the other pen. And it's located to the right of the criteria to fine-tune the query statements. If necessary, click Save to save the query. Click OK to close the query dialog box. Using a query. When using queries in a function where they selecting the criteria such as when you're printing the importing the institution student information records, data packaging, exporting package data using multiple entry packaging, unpackaging, reporting student records, click a selection criteria, click the ellipse button for the next to the query title field with display of the list of the queries for the query grid dialog box. Click the query if you want to select it, and then the parameter query the column is not selected. OK, if the EDEXPRESS returns you to the selection criteria dialog box, enter the type of the title of the query in the query title field. Select skip to step 8. If the parameter query column is selected OK, the EDEXPRESS returns you to the selection criteria dialog box. Enter the title of the query title field. Click OK and enter again in parameter query entry. The dialog box appears. Click the field value of the column next to the field name, the type of the value. Click the value help and see all the list of values. If you leave the blank, the EDEXPRESS automatically enters the null. Add the value. When run, the query records and contains the null for the field value as selected. Click the view of the query button to see the completed query. View the query carefully. Just make sure they enter correct values are each field. 6. Close and return the parameter query entry dialog box. Click OK to save the entries. Click OK to run the query. In the progress dialog box, display the progress in process. Click OK to progress and click the progress dialog box. Sample queries. For the 3 examples of queries that you can process the student's financial aid, see using query for the instruction how to use the queries. Sample dependent student, the New Mexico whose parents' number in the college greater than 1, who adjusting greatest gross income less than $25,000. Click Add Express dependent status D and student name, legal address, and NM for the New Mexico parents' numerical college less than 1, parents' adjusted gross income greater than $25,000. Sample 2, graduate student under the 200 EFC. We are not package clicking the EFC packaging greater than 2,000 college or less than 2,000 college grade level packaging 6, college grade level packaging 7, and or packaging status N, packaging status R, and packaging status U. Independent student assigned documents required packaging and verification. Document status P and V and B and dependency status I. Field-to-field queries. Field-to-field options help the field the queries compare the numerical fields with one of the records. For example, the two institutions student information records transaction field query complies with the numerical fields 01 transaction with other numerical fields of 01 nor with the numerical fields 02. The option is not available for the marked prompt execution of the current date. Or example to field queries. Example to how to use the function query for the taxes paid with the percentage of the AGI statement of work using something like is like parents' U.S. income less than parents' adjusted gross income of the 10.10 for the decimal percentage you want to choose. Parents' first income earned from the work is greater than parents' adjusted gross income. Parents' income earned from the work is greater than parents' adjusted gross income. Student income is greater than student adjusted gross income. Students' U.S. income tax paid is greater than students' adjusted gross income. 22 are the decimal percentage you choose. Deleting a query. To delete a query, select Tools and Query for the menu bar. To the tab of the module query you want to delete. The arrow buttons for the database of the box and to locate the query you want to delete. You can now delete the predefined queries. Click delete. The data button box EDEXPRESS asks you to confirm that you want to delete the query. Click yes to delete the query. Click OK to continue. Alright, bits and bytes. We're going to stop here.